Hey guys, welcome to my kitchen. Today I'm going to be doing another collab. This one is with Hodgepodge Life of Jess. I have known Jess about 2 years now. We met, well, it's been a little over a year actually. We met with one of the Fall Food Fridays that Fallon did. We met then, and I think it's been a little over a year. Maybe 2 years. I don't know anymore. I feel like I've known her forever. Not my whole life, because she's younger than me. But I feel like I've known her for a long time. I've gotten to know her and her husband and children through her videos and just talking to each other. I'm preheating the oven for the dish I'm cooking. So sorry. It decided to interrupt me. Let's get back to this. Okay, anyways, she and I share something. Both of our husbands' names are Jeff. Well, Jeffrey, but anyway, it's fine. We both call him Jeff. So, like I said, she's much younger than me, but I feel like I've known her forever. And she's just a sweetheart, and she has done an open collab again for our favorite movie inspired dish, or a dish inspired by our favorite Christmas movies. Last year, because of How the Grinch Stole Christmas, I did Who Hash. So I was trying to figure out what's one that I really like, what's one that I could really just watch every year and it not bother me at all, that I actually could make a recipe inspired by it. And you know, I just was trying to figure out what in the world I was going to do, and I started not to even do this, and then I put a ringtone for my notifications that's a Christmas one on my phone, and it reminded me of the Nutcracker. And I thought, oh, I could do some sort of recipe that would be, you know, inspired by that. So I started trying to figure out something. And of course I went to the interwebs and I found a sugar plum cake. And I had seen this recipe before but never tried it. And I'll tell you the reason why. It has baby food in it. Baby food. And I was like, nah, that's not good. That's not going to be good. I don't want to do that. Then I started looking at it again and I thought, baby food is just mashed up whatever. It's fine. I mean, as long as it's not the baby food meat stuff. That stuff's gross. So I decided I would go ahead and try this today. Bring you guys along with me. Join Jess in her wonderful collab. Hopefully it will be as good as the Who Hash I did last year, because that stuff was good. And yeah, I'm going to bring you guys along with me. So I will link the recipe down below. I got it from Taste of Home right here, and I also wrote what it was inspired by. But there was a problem. Probably whenever this was invented, there was a baby food that had plums, or was plums with apple. Probably before 2020 it was a lot easier to find certain things. Probably if there weren't weird shortages and the grocery aisles were full, I could have found plum with apple, but I couldn't. I searched and searched and searched. Could not find it anywhere. Walmart, well, nowhere. So finally I got to talking to Noah and I asked him, because he works at Publix, and I said, do y'all have this kind of baby food? So of course he pulls up his app for work and he said no. And I started thinking, prunes are just dried plums. They're just dried plums. So Noah brought me this home. It is plum apple baby food. I don't need every bit of this. I only need like 1.5 of these little tubs. I'll make pancakes out of the rest. I don't know. I'm not gonna throw it away. It's too hard to find. But I decided, even though it calls for plum with apple, I'm gonna just use the prune. And it may not be considered sugar plum anymore because it's a dried plum, but that's okay. because dried plums are good too, right? Right. I know people usually equate prunes with something else. It's just sad because it's really a good thing. So I'm going to tell you the ingredients. You need 2 cups of sugar, 1 cup of vegetable oil, which I'm using coconut oil. I hope that's okay. 3 large eggs, 2 cups of self-rising flour, 3 teaspoons of ground cinnamon, which seems like a lot of cinnamon, but we're going to be okay with that. 1 6-ounce jar of plums with apple baby food, which, you know, prunes with apple works. 1/2 cup of chopped walnuts, and then confectioner sugar is optional for the end, and I am going to use it because I like all the options. I'm going to go ahead and set up my camera over here, but before I do that, I really want to thank Jess for inviting us to this open collab. It's already fun. It's already fun, and now I get to look forward to seeing all of the inspired recipes. I loved that last year. I just loved it. Okay, let me set up this camera because I'm taking forever talking. Okay guys, I have my handy dandy metal bowl here, and I also have my bundt pan. I'm going to spray it with some of the Baker's Joy, but I'll do that in a minute. And I'm going to get started. Now, one thing that I saw with this is it uses a lot of sugar. 2 cups of sugar for 1 cake. And I was like, wow. But then again, it is called a sugar plum cake. So I'm just going to be okay with that. I have to be to make the cake, right? So what I have here is a 1/2 cup measure. I think you can see it, maybe. It is 1/2 cup. I have these linked in my Amazon store if you're interested. And I'm going to go ahead and put the sugar in my bowl. I could have used my stand mixer, but honestly, I don't really use that for much more than big baking days or baking bread or something that I have to knead. So I'm not using that. I'm just not. Okay, and then I need 1 cup of vegetable oil. And like I said, I am using the oh, that's way too many. It's gonna be. I'm using the coconut oil, the solid coconut oil, and that's fine to use solid. It's not a big deal, but this is where it's going to come into the crazy. I'm using this 1/4 measure just because it's easier. It would be easier to do liquid, but I don't know. This coconut oil, yes, it has a sweet type of flavor. It does have flavor in it, and it does make a difference whenever you use this, but just something about it is really good with baking. And I love making like pancakes with it and stuff like that whenever you use it for pancakes and such. So I decided I was going to go ahead and use it for this recipe. Alright, so I need 2 more of those. To make 1 cup, that is. And coconut oil also melts pretty quickly. It has I guess a low melting point. Is that what it is? Like, it can melt just by touching your skin. See, just by touching my skin. I don't know if it melts like that because it's a natural oil or what the reason is, but it melts very quickly. Okay, so now I'm gonna add in no, I'm not going to add anything else yet. I'm going to mix this together. Something else that whenever I was looking at this recipe, I was like, there's no butter in this. What? There's no butter in it. It's okay. Maybe we don't have butter. I don't know. There's just no butter in this. It doesn't need it. But you need to mix this together. And if I was using liquid, it would do a lot different than the way it's doing. But that's okay. I don't know. Whenever I'm baking, I just like to use the coconut oil for some reason. If I'm baking something sweet, I just like using it. Now, if I'm baking savory things like cornbread or anything like that, I don't like to use the coconut oil unless I'm making like a sweet cornbread or something like that. But if I'm making biscuits or regular cornbread, like southern cornbread, I wouldn't use the coconut oil. Alright, so that looks good. Mixed all up. Happy in there. Now I'm going to put in the 3 eggs. The whole egg. Okay, get my eggs beat in there. You're supposed to do them one at a time. I don't know, I just don't do that very often. I do with some recipes, but something like this, I don't know, I just don't. It mixes in well. I could also have gotten out my hand mixer, but I chose not to because of the video. Because I don't want to have to cut out all that sound. Besides, we're building our muscles. We're building our muscles. Okay, so the next thing I need is to clean up this egg mess I made. Egg mess is cleaned. Okay, so the next thing I need to do is combine the flour and the cinnamon and add it to this. So I'm just going to put it all in here at once. Just because that's what I do. I just do things like that. And what I need is a lot of cinnamon, 3 teaspoons, and I'm using a ½ teaspoon measure because I dropped my teaspoon one in the floor when I was getting this out. So I was like, oh man, I don't want to have to wash and dry that. I'll just use the ½ teaspoon. It's fine. Alright, now the flour is 2 cups of self-rising. Make sure you use self-rising because if you don't, it won't rise. So, I need 2 cups. This is 1/2 cup, so, ooh, don't do that. Not if you're filming, for sure. So there's 1. I did it again. There's 2. 2 cups of flour. And I'm going to go ahead and spray with my Baker's Joy. I'm going to spray my pan because we're getting close to the end here. Okay, so I'm going to mix this together. I'm going to kind of fold it a little bit at first just to kind of not have a flour bath. It smells good. Okay. Another thing I was concerned about with this cake is there's a lot of like dry in this, but not much liquid, it seems. Which I know if I would have used liquid oil, it would have made a difference. Okay, so now we're to the point of the baby food and the walnuts. Alright, so let's get this baby food open. And I'm going to use 1½ of these containers. Oh, goodness. I remember those days. My baby is almost 22. And I still remember the days of The baby food exploded. It's okay. Okay. Grab my little spatula. And I'm gonna, this is 4 ounces and I need 6. Okay, there is the first one. Let me see if I can do this without exploding on myself, this next one. Yay, it didn't explode. Okay, so I'm going to get half of this one. I'm going to try to do half as you know. I maybe end up with a little bit more than half. I don't know. We'll see. I think that's about half. Okay. And I'll put the other away. Okay. So now, let's see. Do I supposed to put the walnuts in yet? No, not yet. I've got to put in the baby food first. And I'm beginning to wonder if maybe I should have gotten something other than my little scraper here, my spatula, to mix with something a little sturdier, which I don't know. It's doing pretty good now. Yeah, it's doing fine. Something I want to do though is scrape all of that off of this. So that all that can get mixed in. Ooh, don't lose any of that precious cake mix. Okay. Now, that looks pretty mixed. I love this bowl. It works really well. I got it from Walmart. I know that someone has asked me before, and I'm going to go ahead and tell you now. I got it from Walmart. Can't remember how much it was, but it was a great investment. Okay, so now I need 1/2 cup of chopped walnuts. There's the nutcracker part. Oh, I don't know. That was silly. Now I'm gonna just mix these in. That looks like it's good to me. Now I'm going to bring this over. I might have overdone it a little bit. And I'm just going to put this in all the way around. I would normally just dump it in, but I don't want to hit the camera, so I'm going to do it like this. You can just dump it in. Ooh, I'm making a mess. That's why I like the spatulas. The spatulas make sure you get all the goodie with less mess. Not saying there won't be any mess, but less mess. Something I wish I would have done before Jeff went to work is got him, can't remember if I actually have a Christmas type cake thing. Like, I know I don't have a cake plate, but something I could have put the cake on. I can't remember. I'm gonna use my finger because that's what they're there for. I washed my hands. I wash my hands all the time. That's why they're always so dry. That's why they're such a mess all the time. but it's the price you pay for cleanliness, I guess. I don't know. Some people don't have the problem. And most people, it's just the time of the year. Me, it's all year long. It's a yearly thing. Okay, so I think I've got all that out of the bowl that I can get out. Now I'm going to just smooth this around, and I'm going to put it in the oven at 350 for 35 to 45 minutes, or until a toothpick comes out relatively clean. It smells delicious already. It's all that cinnamon. All right, I'll be back whenever it is out of the oven. Okay, so this is after 40 minutes at 350, and it says to let it sit in the pan and cool for 10 minutes. So I'm gonna let it do that. I have my timer going, and then I'm going to flip it out onto a wire rack, and let's see what it says after that. It says cool for 10 minutes before inverting onto a wire rack to cool completely, and dust with confectioner sugar if desired. Yes, confectioner sugar is desired. So I'm going to let that do that, and while that's happening, I'm going to set me up a little station over to the side where that I put some wax paper down for whenever I do the confectioner sugar floofing, the dusting, so that I don't mess up my whole entire counter. So I'll be back. Okay guys, it's been 10 minutes. This is the part that always makes me nervous. Always. Every single time I ever flip out any cake, I flip out. So let's see if I sprayed it well enough. It smells so good, y'all. Why am I whispering? I don't know, because I'm ridiculous. I can't say the word. Ridiculous. I know the word is not ridiculous. I just have always said that, or like at least for a long time. So, let's flip it out. But here's something else I was thinking about. If I flip it out onto a wire rack and let it completely cool, how am I going to get it on a plate later without breaking it? I guess we shall see. But I really want to taste it now. I can't yet. So let me do some flipping. Yep, I'm gonna flip it. Let's hope it works. Oh goodness, it came out fast, like so super fast. All right, I got my wax paper under here. Dude, that Baker's Joy is the best. You can see the walnuts. It's so pretty. I wonder if it's supposed to be that short though. Did I do something wrong? Did it not like rise like it should? There's heat coming off of it. I've got this here for the dusting. I'm gonna go ahead and do it. Okay, I'm gonna go ahead and dust it, even though I don't know if this is this. I mean, it doesn't say. It just says dust with confectioner sugar if desired. Should I go ahead and dust it? I'm gonna go ahead and dust it. Okay, and if something happens and it absorbs all of the dust, it'll just be an absorbed sugar dust. Okay, I'm gonna grab me a big, really big spoon. And I got this. And some confectioner sugar, which is probably way too much confectioner sugar. Oh, it's snowing. That good enough? Yeah, okay. Is that good? Yeah, I think it's good. put the rest back because that was clean, or I wouldn't have used it on food. And oh no, I can't get this. Okay, there we go. These are the hardest things to open and close. Like, the suction is real on these things. I'm being so loud. So I want to taste it for you guys. Like, look how pretty that is. I'm gonna let it sit here for a while, and I'm gonna torture myself by having to smell it, and then we'll taste it. That sound like a good plan? Yeah, that's a plan. Let's see, it is 3:21. I don't know if y'all can see that. It's sideways, I know. It's doing weird stuff. I'll come back later. Okay, it's 4:23. Oh, wait, that's the battery. What? Hello? There we go, 4:24. Okay. Don't want to wait any longer. It feels pretty cool. I'm going to see if I can get this onto this plate without making a huge mess. Because that was the point of the wax paper, to not make a mess. So let's see. Whoop, there it goes. It's moving, it's moving. Yay. Okay. Get rid of this. Okay, so I got me a little plate. I'm gonna cut me a piece, and then I'm gonna take you over to my desk. I've made myself a cup of coffee. I'm gonna try it for you. Maybe should have gotten a better knife instead of a butter knife. I don't know. It's falling apart. I don't know if it's supposed to look like that. It's kind of wet. I don't know. It's like it's super moist. Is it supposed to be that way? Is that the deal? Is that what's supposed to happen? I don't know. You let me know if you've ever made one of these, if I did something wrong, because I cooked it the amount of time. And I did it exactly like the recipe said. Look, I made another one. No. Anyways, I'm acting goofy. Okay, so I have my makeshift cake plate here. It's really a bowl that I got from Walmart. But it seals, so anyway, I'm gonna wash my hands because I have sugar all over it. And then I'm gonna take you to the desk. I totally forgot that I had this on my head. While I was waiting for it to cool off, I shampooed my hair because I don't like to do it right before I go to bed, and I usually shower right before I go to bed, so I just shampoo it at a different time. That's not part of the video. So I don't know if it's supposed to be like that moist. I don't know. It's not like undercooked, it doesn't seem, but it does seem a little bit moist there. I don't know what it is, and I'm gonna quit saying that word because I know some people don't like it, which I still don't understand, but that's okay. There are some things I don't like that other people don't understand. So let's taste it. Let's get a bite. See, it looks good. It does not taste like baby food. This is really good. This is really, really good. Surprisingly, it's not over cinnamony. I thought with 3 teaspoons of cinnamon, it was gonna be like, I mean, you can taste the cinnamon for sure. You can taste a lot of cinnamon. This is really, really good. Very sweet. Of course, 2 cups of sugar. But a great Christmas dessert. Simple Christmas dessert, if you can find, you know, plums or prunes, baby food. I can't wait for Noah to get home from work to try it. He'll be home, oh, sorry, in about 30 minutes for lunch, and he can try it. I'm not going to film it because I'm going to be editing this video once he gets here, well, you know, before he gets here, I'm going to edit it, but this is really good. I will definitely link this down below. If you like cinnamon, I mean, you can't even, I mean, I guess you can taste the plum prune part, but it doesn't taste like that. It doesn't taste like fruit, but you can tell there's something special there. And it's a little bit like crispy, kind of. That's the only word I can think of. Crunchy like around the edge. And the walnuts are great. Yo, I wish I would have tried this years ago when I first saw this recipe. It's so good. Okay, I'm gonna take me a sip of my coffee. It's good with coffee too. Anyway, I hope you guys did enjoy this video. Please ignore the towel turban thing. If you try it, let me know. I know it's not my recipe, but it's surprisingly good. Honestly, I was a little skeptical because, you know, baby food. But baby food is supposed to be like the purest, you know, way to be having processed food anyway. At least it's supposed to be. Who knows? But if you try it, let me know. I want to thank Jess again for inviting me to this collab. Go watch the Nutcracker, either the musical or the movie. I don't even know if I mentioned that very much. But also the reason why I like that is because I like musicals. I like music. I like those kind of things. I don't even know if I did this collab properly. Who knows? But you got a recipe that's approved. Also, I don't taste the coconut from the coconut oil. Just thought about that. I wonder if that's why it's extra moist, but it's so good. It's so good, y'all. Okay, I'm gonna go so I can eat the rest of it. And I will see you guys next time. Thank you guys so much for joining me today. And I know I did not announce that I was doing Vlogmas, but this is Vlogmas Day 4. And I wasn't going to do it. I just decided last minute to do it. In fact, I had said I was not going to do it. And just decided to. I don't know. I just decided to do it. Is it crazy? A little bit. Is it fun? Yeah. Am I watching all of the Vlogmas videos that I can in a day? Absolutely. And I've enjoyed it a lot. So, make sure you come back tomorrow for whatever happens on Vlogmas Day 5. I'll see you guys later, or then, or something. Thank you again, Jess, for inviting everyone, and I can't wait to see all the videos. Remember, don't take any wooden nickels, and be sweet.